Hi, I'm going to show you how to make this hat. I made this for an adult. I used an eye hook, medium worsted yarn. The pattern is down below. So you're going to start with the brim of the hat, and I made 63 rounds of that and then placed it around my head to see if it fit. You may need to go a little bit higher or lower than that. Also, if you like to make this for a child, you will do the same thing, but you'll need less rows, and then you'll probably need less rounds to make it for a child. I did not make this for a child, so you're going to have to just work the pattern to adjust it if you want to adjust this for a child. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, to get started, you're going to slip knot onto your hook, and I did a chain of 7. Once you have that chain count, then you're going to single crochet in the second chain from the hook. Single crochet in each chain across until you get to the end. And I did this for 63 rows, and you can do this maybe with the same amount or a little bit more, a little bit less. You will have to place this around your head to see, and you want it to fit snugly. You don't want it to fit too loosely because there will be a little bit of a give to it. Then chain 1, then single crochet in each stitch across until you get to the end. You can do the back loop if you want a ridge look to it, but I decided I didn't, so I just went ahead and did it in both the loops, the stitches, instead of the back loop. Then when you get to the end, make sure you keep track of your stitches. There should be 6 altogether if you decide to do 7. Then you're going to chain 1 and just keep repeating until you have that total amount. Place it around your head and see if it does fit. And if it doesn't, then you may need a little bit more, or you might need to omit a couple of rows, just depending if your head is smaller. And you can make this for a child as well, but you will definitely need less rows. Okay, now you're going to, at the end, combine those 2 rows together, and then you're going to slip stitch right across until you get to the top to connect it. I did place it around my head, and it fit snugly and nicely, and that's what you'll do once you reach this amount. Okay, you're going to chain 1 here, and then in each stitch that you can find, you're going to work a half double crochet. So yarn over, insert your hook, grab the yarn over, pull through 3 loops for a half double crochet. Each stitch that you can find, it isn't going to be a perfect stitch because it's a side of the rows, but you're just going to find the stitch. It doesn't have to be a perfect amount, just as long as you see like a hole in each stitch across. Go ahead and place your hook in there and work your half double crochet. Work that all the way until you get to the beginning. Chain 1 and half double crochet again in each stitch around until you get to the beginning. Now I want that slip stitch ridge to go inward, and so I want to chain 1, and then I'm going to work a half double crochet in each back loop around, so it creates a ridge, but I want that ridge to be on the outside of the hat, and that seam that I have is going to be in the inside. So I've flipped it around, and I'm going to work a half double crochet in the back loop until I reach the beginning. Now slip stitch in that first half double crochet, and then chain 1, and then this round I'm just going to work half double crochet in each stitch around, but I'm going to not do the ridge, so I'm just going to do it in both loops and not the back loop this time. Now slip stitch again in that first half double crochet and then chain one, and then I work a half double crochet in each back loop again this time. So this time it's a back loop in each stitch around to create another ridge. So it's alternating between back loop and regular loop until you reach the beginning again. Slip stitch in that half double crochet and then chain one, then half double crochet in each stitch around, and not in the back loop but just the regular loop this time, until you are back at the beginning. Now you're going to slip stitch again in that first half double crochet and chain one, and then you're going to work in the back loop until you get to the beginning. Work a half double crochet in each back loop. Slip stitch in that half double crochet and then chain one, then half double crochet in each stitch around, and not in the back loop but just the regular loop this time, until you are back at the beginning. Now you're going to slip stitch again in that first half double crochet and chain one, and then you're going to work in the back loop until you get to the beginning. Work a half double crochet in each back loop. Okay, so now I'm going to slip stitch and work a decrease. So half double crochet in the first, half double crochet in the next, and then half double crochet in the next two together. So this one, without yarning over, you're going to go into the next one, then yarn over and pull through all three loops. So half double crochet into the next one, half double crochet in the next, and then half double crochet in the next two. So go into the next, yarn over, and then yarn over and pull through all three or all five loops on the hook, and then just repeat. You're going to keep doing that until you get to the end. One, and then two, and then two together. So two half double crochet together, and then go into the next stitch and work your half double crochet until you get to the beginning. Now you're going to slip stitch again, chain one, and then work a half double crochet in the back loop in the next three. This is a decrease round again. So one, and then two, and then three, and then half double crochet in the next two. So your fourth one gets a half double crochet, pull through all loops, and then work a half double crochet in the next two, or the next three. One, and then two, three. This is your third one, and then work two half double crochet together in the next two. So every fourth half double crochet gets two half double crochet decrease. Repeat that until you get to the beginning. Now you're going to work a slip stitch, chain one, and then work two half double crochet together in each of the 2 stitches, so half double crochet and the next 2 together. So this is the decrease, and then work 2 half double crochet together. That 1 stitch, go to the next stitch and work your decrease. Repeat that all the way until you get to the beginning is just 2 half double crochet together. So go to the next stitch and then the next stitch and work all 5 loops, pull it through, and you have 2 half double crochet together. Then you're going to slip stitch and then do a chain 1, and if the hole is not closing yet, then you're going to have to work a chain 1 and 2 half double crochet together in each stitch until you get this close for the hole. You can work the back loop to give it one more ridge, or you can just keep it in the regular loop. It doesn't really matter once you get to the top because you won't be able to see it as much. So just work your 2 half double crochet together in each of the 2 stitches until you get to the beginning. Now you're going to slip stitch it close, and then you can fasten off and place your yarn needle and sew it the hole closed. Okay, I'm going to show you how to do a pom by placing the yarn, wrapping it around your fingers. I did this for about 50 times. You can do it more or less. My pom was a little on the small to medium size, so I would suggest maybe like 60 or 70 times if you can. Just wrap it around your fingers that many times. Okay, you can take it off your hands. It's going to be a loop around, and then you're going to take some yarn and tie it right in the center. So you can tie that really tight because your scissors are going to cut on both sides. So I'm going to do like a double knot here as tight as I can and make it pretty much balanced on the both sides if you can. I'm going to place the scissors right inside that loop and cut, and then do it on the other side as well. And then I'm going to trim up the pom. Okay, and now that I have a pom coming together, I'm going to make sure all my loops are cut and then place it in my hand and place it kind of inside so I can trim it all up, and then just keep trimming it, and then my pom will start coming together. And those bottom strands that I have, I'm going to insert that on the top of my hat and cut it, but also I'm going to secure it by tying it together. Now I'm going to take the strands of the pom and place it in the center of the hat, and then tie it inside as well as sew it and weave in the ends to secure it, and then the pom will be attached to the top of the hat. And you're going to have to just sew it in as many times as you can to really get it secured on the center of the hat. And then your hat will be complete. Okay, so this is what it looks like. It's all finished, and it fit my head perfectly, and so I hope it does for you as well. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe.